just black. And the road, of course. I've always loved that moment. The one before the city wakes up. Before the noise. Before the performances we all put on for each other. This is December the 12th. 3:47 a.m. to be precise. And I'm already moving. Some people leave the city in anger. Some people leave with their heart broken. Some people leave because they were pushed. I left because I finally listened. There is a darkness before dawn that asks you nothing. It only holds you the way the earth holds its dead. Quietly, without judgment, until the light decides you are ready. November 10th, I was let go of. Not in a dramatic way. There's no shouting, no slamming of doors, just words in a room that got colder the longer we sat in. And then, silence. The kind of silence that follows you home, that sits on your chest when you try to sleep, that answers the phone before you do. You ever drive at night, and the road feels like it's swallowing you? No streetlights, no certainty, just 2 headlights, and whatever courage you have left. I had left home. Not for a vacation, not for content, not because I had it all figured out. I left because staying felt heavier than moving. But before I left, there was still a lot of living to do. Joburg doesn't let you disappear quietly. She grabs you, pulls you into the color of her, reminds you that even in your mess, you are alive. I went out. Joburg does that. She doesn't ask if you're okay. She just turns up the music and somehow... Johannesburg never sleeps. It performs. Lights that blind you, music that distracts you. Conversations that feel important until the sun rises. I was in it. Not in the noise, in the grind. But even then, surrounded by people, I felt alone. In between the chaos, packing, planning, and of course, pretending, there were donkeys, just standing there, absolutely unbothered, as if the world and its emergencies were somebody else's problem. I sat on that bench surrounded by people for hours. Laughter filled my ears, drink in hand. I don't know when I stopped laughing. Like, really laughing. But something about those donkeys reminded me. Not everything has to move fast. The animals know something we have forgotten. That standing still in the middle of the road is not failure. It's presence. It's the quiet insistence that moments like these matter. Sometimes, grace looks like a delay that you didn't ask for. An interruption that turns out to be the actual point. There was an event. I almost didn't go. But there are skies in this life that you are only offered once. And if you miss them because you were too afraid or too sad or too inside your own head, you miss them. So I went. And the sky that evening, I have no other words for it. It looked like forgiveness. The sky does not ask what you have done to deserve this. This burning, the slow bleed of gold into the dark. It simply opens. It simply gives. As if beauty has always been the answer. I stood there a long time, just looking up, thinking, if the world can still do this, produce something this unreasonably beautiful, then maybe I'm not done yet. We're not done yet. Ask yourself this. When was the last time you've looked up at the sky? In the middle of all of that, I still showed up for important stuff. For my baby sister's recital, as she stepped on stage, like the world wasn't heavy, like the spotlight wasn't pressure, but possibility. And watching her, I realized something. She doesn't know what I've been through. She doesn't need to know. She just walked on stage. spine straight, chin up, like she had been born knowing exactly where she was supposed to stand. And I watched her and I thought, she doesn't do this for applause. She does it because I am here. But because some things are worth doing simply because other people are there. She stands where doubt has not yet learned her name. She breathes and the room remembers what quiet feels like. She's not performing, she's arriving. She is every good thing, and I'm still becoming. I clapped until my hands hurt. Not just for her, for all of it. For the reminder that showing up, fully, honestly, without guarantee of outcome, is the only kind of courage that matters. December 12th. I left. North is where I was going. There's something about pointing a car away from everything familiar and pressing your foot down. It's not running away. It's running towards something you haven't named yet. A city thinned out slowly. High-rises became warehouses, warehouses became petrol stations became sky. Just sky. And somewhere in that vastness, I exhaled. The road does not ask where you have been. It only ever asks, how far? And the honest answer is always the same. As far as I need to go to find the thing I don't know I lost. Lephalale. A place that doesn't perform for tourists. It just exists. Quite powerful. Like a person who doesn't need to explain themselves. We stopped, stretched, breathed in the air that didn't have memory in it, and kept moving. Groblersburg. I want to say it slowly. Groblersburg. Because it deserves to be felt in the mouth. It's a town at the edge of things. The kind of place that reminds you that the world is bigger than your problems. The kind of place that makes Joburg, with all its urgency, feel like a story in a lifetime. There are people who have made peace with what they are, not because they gave up, because they chose. There is a difference. I am still learning it. At the edge of the known world, the dust rises and the silence deepens. And you understand. You were never lost. You were only on your way to a place that needed you to come slowly. The border. There's always a moment at the border where you feel it. The weight of what you're leaving, the uncertainty of what you're entering. It's a kind of bravery. Crossing borders. The document kind. The actual kind. The one nobody stamps. The one that says, I'm willing to be somewhere I have never been before. And then, Botswana. Road finally exhales, where the kilometers stop counting and the weight you did not know you were carrying slides off. Like something returning to the earth that it was borrowed from.